Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming to Bugging Out with Vanity. Okay, um, I'm gonna do a special. I'm gonna set this up in a way different. I'm gonna have a section called Vanity Chronicles. Because I honestly don't think that I'm the only woman in the world or the only person in the world to have possibly be feeling the way I do. There's God. I know there's millions and millions of people out there, and I'm not doing this for anybody. I'm actually doing this for myself because sometimes it's therapeutic for me to see how I felt in a certain day, and then when I feel better, I look back and be like, wow, I made steps and I'm feeling better today than I did yesterday or I did a few days ago, whatever the case may be. So this is gonna be like I'm gonna be talking about, obviously depression. I'm going to be talking about suicide. I'm going to be talking about bipolar. I'm going to be talking about anxiety. I'm going to be talking about, how I feel, when people let me down, or how I feel that people let me down. I can't say that I'm like everybody else and not everybody else is like me. Obviously, we're all different. Every book is every person is a different story. That's the way I see it. But that's how it's gonna be. Well, starting off with today, as I don't know if you guys have seen my previous videos, my daughter's no longer here. There's no more Mama Skelly and the skeleton. There's no more, there's no more us. Okay, me and my ex-husband. There's no more us. This house is basically I have 3 bedrooms, and it's basically only me and my little girl in this house. So, which is okay. I don't mind. I don't have a problem with that. But it's like today I feel like the way the weather looks. I feel gloomy. I feel empty. I feel hollow. I feel, like I feel dark. I feel messed up. Because I feel that, nobody deserves to be treated like shit unless they do something to be treated like shit. That's the way I see it. If you do something fucked up to somebody, then don't expect that person to be nice to you, to treat you nice, to be all goody with you, and oh yeah. I'm not a hypocrite. If you do something fucked up to me, you're gonna know. And I'm gonna treat you the way. So you know that you fucked up on me. I'm not gonna be all happy in front of your face and, oh yeah, you're my best friend and act like, we good when we're not. I can't do that. That's not in my DNA. I've gone through a lot of shit in my life where, unfortunately I got wired fucked up. And if you fuck up on me, you're gonna know. You're gonna know. And I'm not one that lets shit go. So for everybody that thinks that I'm gonna get over my daughter fucking me over, you're wrong. It's not happening. It's not happening. I have been going through depression for a really long time. I think I've been going through depression since I was a kid, honestly. Since I was a kid, because I remember being a little girl, my mom used to beat me and wishing that I didn't wake up. Obviously, at that time in my life, I didn't know what that was. And I wake up in the morning and hope that somebody will come and rescue me, out of my abusive home. Because my mom used to physically abuse me. Physically, emotionally, mentally, you name it, she did it. You know what I'm saying? But she did it because my mom went through a lot when she had me. I'm a love child. So being a love child, you know what I'm saying, and sometimes comes with, a stigma. And for my mom, it was the fact that, she fell for the wrong man, and I'm the result of it. Mind you, I had to go to college to learn this, because I just thought my mom just hated me. Okay, turns out she doesn't hate me. She hates the circumstances that came around me. And the reason why, whenever she saw me, I was a constant reminder of the fact that she fell for the wrong man, and I'm the result. So it wasn't my fault, but unfortunately, me being there made her not, you know, made her take everything out on me because she couldn't take it out on him. Okay? Not that it excuses it, but that's what it was. So, you know, like, my depression, like, I went through a coma years back, and I was in a coma for 10 days. I've been close to death a lot of times. Like, I'm like, I swear to God, I think I'm a cat. But I'm like a double cat, because I've like survived death like more than a cat has. Like, so I don't even know why. Like I don't even know why I'm in this earth. Like, dead ass. Like, I for real wish that somebody would just turn off the goddamn switch, because I'm fucking tired. Like, I'm really fucking tired. Like, I can't take any more of this shit. Like, for real. Like, turn the motherfucking switch off already. Like, get the fuck. Stop fucking saving me. Like, give it up. Like, that's it. It's fine. I'm ready to go. Whatever. So, I was in a coma a bunch of years back, and I fought to come back. You know, it was touch and go. I was gonna die. 10 days in a coma. They told my parents, you know, get ready. I was septic. My blood pressure was low. I had pulmonary edema, which means my lungs were filling up with liquids. I was drowning in my own liquids. I swelled up like the Nutty Professor. I was in a bed, swelled up like the Nutty Professor. And I had just started my relationship with my ex-husband. We had just started going out. Like, we had just started going out. So it was like, it was fucked up for him, because oh well, your girlfriend's about to kick the bucket. Anyway, so I fought, you know, to come back, like, you know, and literally fought, because even when I was coming back from my coma, like, I'm real ghetto. Like, I don't know if you guys get that from me, but I'm real ghetto. I grew up in Washington Heights, and I'm very, like I talk, like, I curse like a sailor. You know, I'm the way I am here, this is the way I'm in person. If you meet me in person, that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care who you are. I'm going to be the same person. Like, you know, with parents, I'm cool with you, whatever, but I'm still going to be me. I don't fake it. I don't fake it for nobody. Anybody that gets with me knows what they're going to get. I'm not the kind of woman that's going to be like, ay, papi, ven. Ay, papi, yo te voy a hacer esto. Ay, papi, let me cook for you. I'm going to clean for you. No. What you see is what the fuck you get. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50-50, boo. You know what I'm saying? 50-50. We do shit 50-50. There's no, they can, oh, you know, I'm going to cook and clean and wash your dishes and clean your clothes and feed you and take your food out. No. We're going to do 50-50. Whatever. You like it, you don't like it, keep it moving. Así mismito. Nada de esa vaina. You know, I grew up in the Heights, but guess the fuck what? My mama didn't raise no motherfucking fool. Anyway, so, I was in a coma, and I guess when I was coming out of the coma, this nurse came in to check on me, and I heard my aunt tell me, fight for your daughter. You know, I had destiny. Fight for your daughter, fight for your life, you know, whatever. So I opened my eyes. I don't know if you guys have ever, like, opened your eyes on the water. It looked like it was, like, all blurry and stuff like that. I guess I was coming in and out of a coma. So when she said fight for your life, I was trying to tell this chick that, you know, to help me. I was like, you know, help me. I think I was. My aunt told me this, because I don't remember this. I don't remember. All I remember is seeing the blurry thing. And then when I saw this chick wasn't helping me, and my aunt is telling me to fight, I'm like, oh, so this bitch is the one that's trying to drown me. So I had longer nails than this. Look at my nails. And my nails were longer than this. I grabbed her by her hair, and I banged her up against the bed. Mind you, I'm still with tubes and all these machines and all this shit. And I held on to her hair like she was gonna die. She was coming with me. I'm not going by myself. You're going with me, chick. So, supposedly it took like 5 nurses to finally take her away from me. They tied my hands to the wrist, and that chick never came back into my room because she was scared. I don't blame her. I wouldn't go back into the bitch's crazy roommate though. Anyway, what happened was I survived. Okay, a month later, you know, it was a bad situation. Like, it was like, again, I was septic. It was due to an infected kidney stone. You know, the size of the period at the end of a sentence. That's how small. But that shit got infected, and it was like fucked up. Like, I thought I was gonna die, like dead ass. So, you know, my body went into shock and all this other stuff. So a month later, you know, my cousin, his name is David. He had been going through depression. I didn't know this. Depression runs in my family. It does. And unfortunately, depression is something that, you know, I guess it's hereditary or something. I don't know what the fuck. But it runs in my family. So my cousin, a month after I came out, mind you, I had asked his father about him. I was like, yo, where's David? And he's like, oh, I don't know why I haven't seen him. You know, he's working. You know, my cousin was working like an undocumented Mexican. Like he had like real fucked up. Like he was fucked up hours for no money. Mind you, he was working for his father. His father got like 50 kids, and he was sleeping in his father's living room, and his father had pictures of all his fucking kids except for his. And mind you, he was the first kid. He was the first son. The first son. You think that would be the light of his eyes? No, not him. Because he hated his mother. Long story. Tell you about it later. Anyway, so what happened? A month later, my cousin killed himself. Yeah. With a gun. Gone. At that time, I thought he was a coward. I was mad because I'm like, yo, I fought for my life. And he's a good-looking man. He's got a little girl. You know, he waited for his little girl to be in Puerto Rico and for his father to be in the Dominican Republic. And then he went and killed himself. And I was mad at him because I was like, yo, why would he do something so stupid? Like, why would he do something so selfish? Like, that's fucked up. Like, yo, I fought for my motherfucking life. Why couldn't he fucking just fight? Yo, let me tell you something. Sometimes you don't know what the fuck you saying. You don't know what anybody feels until you walk a mile in their motherfucking shoes. Ain't nobody could tell you know what anybody else is going through until you experience something like that. Because I'm here talking all this shit and agreeing with my cousins, oh, that's fucked up that he did that and all this shit, not knowing what the fuck this man was going through. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm only looking from the outside. I don't feel what he's feeling. I don't feel, you know, the pain that he's going through. I don't feel the darkness that he's going through. Okay? But life's a bitch. Life has the way of turning around on you and spitting on you in the motherfucking face and be like, now what, bitch? Years later, fast forward. 10 years ago, I was supposed to have a son. Well, 11 years ago. My son supposed to be 11 in June. June 24th, he would have been 11. I called my son Peanut. All right? His name was going to be Angel. Well, it was like an accident. Mind you, they told my ex-husband and me, don't fuck around and try to have no kids, because you're not ready. You shouldn't have no kids, no more kids, because after the coma, after that, 3 months later, I ended up in the hospital again with an infection that was going to cause my organs to fail. That was fucked up. I ended up having to go home with a goddamn thing in my central vein. I had an antibiotic, whatever, because of the bad infection. They thought I was going to die for that, too. Then, 3 months after that, I had an ectopic pregnancy. So they had to remove my tube. Okay? So the doctors were like, yo, stop playing around. Don't even think about having kids. You have one, because you don't know if you're going to live for your kid or if your kid is going to die. So don't do it. All right? Years later, here we go. One of my sister's parties, what happens? The unexpected happens. I get pregnant. Okay? I'm here shitting bricks. And so is my ex-husband. He's shitting bricks too. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So we go to the best doctors, because they in Columbia Presbyterian, because those are the people that saved my life and they have all my records. So they said the main thing we're gonna try to do is save you. You know, we're gonna try to obviously save you both, but the main thing is gonna be you. So we were going check up. The reason why my holidays are so bad is because we found out in November that I had the cystic fibrosis gene. Okay, they did a genetic test. You know, they weren't gonna do it, but they decided. You know, I was like, yo, let's just do everything, just check everything. And so they did the genetic testing, and it turned out that, you know, I had the cystic fibrosis gene. But in order for you to have cystic fibrosis, your partner has to also have the gene. I mean, what are the chances? Out of all the millions of Dominicans in the world, I'm gonna end up with a motherfucking Dominican that also has the motherfucking cystic fibrosis gene. Go figure. Anyway, so then now there's a 1 in 4 chance that the baby would have the gene. And if the baby the baby would have cystic fibrosis, because they would have to have the 2 genes. The 2 genes will mean the baby has to have cystic fibrosis. Okay? 3 chances of the baby either not having it or just being a carrier of his gene or my gene. 1 chance that the baby would have it full blown, meaning that the baby would be sick. Y'all could search cystic fibrosis. Very complicated. It's a fucked up thing. The baby could live From the moment the baby comes out of your body, it could die. It fucks up your lungs. They could get pancreatic issues. They're eating. It's a fucked up life. It's a fucked up situation. Their lungs are jacked up. It's really messed up. Okay? But here I'm thinking, yo, I never won lotto. So I'm thinking, okay, well, what are the chances? Whatever. But I looked it up. I was searching it up, and it was very sad. And I would see the kids and everything and whatnot. What happened? We find out, I had to do the CV test or whatever. I forgot the name of it. Where they stick the needle in your stomach. They had to do it, and they had to do it for the baby to check and make sure, for it to be see if it's positive or negative. Very painful. That shit hurts like hell. Anybody tells you it doesn't hurt is a liar. It hurt to me. I don't know anybody else. So it turns out that it came out positive. My baby had cystic fibrosis, and it had the worst gene. Okay? This was all around the holidays. Mind you, that day that they did the thing with the stick, we found out we were having a boy. So my husband's like, oh, my boy, my son, he called his family. I'm having my son, I'm having a boy, whatever. He was very excited, and so was I. I was very excited as well. So, again, we're not really concerned because we're like, whatever. So they said that he had to get tested. So he went and he got his, he got tested. He got his genes or whatever the fuck it is. He's a carrier also. What are the motherfucking chances? So Christmas, everything is okay. I take pictures, be pregnant, everything is good, whatever. The New Year's comes around. Turns out that right in the beginning of the new year, I get the call that my baby is positive for cystic fibrosis, and I have a choice. Me and my husband at the time have a choice. Either bring this baby into the world to suffer, or not bring the baby into the world at all. So, mind you, I was already like, it was, the baby was moving, and I would talk to my baby every day, and it was like the worst thing that a mother would have to hear. So on January 19th and 20th, I had to choose to end my son's life. I know some of y'all gonna, get mad, and, people are gonna have their own opinions, but you know what? The world is hard as it is already. It's hard for people that are normal. It's hard for everyday things. So I refuse to bring a baby into this world that was gonna grow up suffering every day in a hospital. I have bad veins. So whenever anybody takes my blood, I get pinched like 50 times. I've been in the hospital. I know how it is to be in a hospital for days. So I wasn't going to put my son through anything like that. And you guys may not agree. It's my choice. It was mine and my husband's choice at the time. We chose to not put our son through that. Not because we didn't want him, but because we felt that, any child that we were going to bring into this world deserves to be a child, deserves to live, deserves to run and have fun and be able to, experience life and everything. Okay? From that moment on, my life went upside down. My life turned from looking at the world with eyes of hope to looking at the world with eyes full of shit. Everything for me turned gray. Every day was gray. And I would wonder why the birds would sing in the morning, why, it was just horrible. It was just horrible. So, that was the beginning of my depression. That was the beginning and the ending of my life. It was like something that grabbed a hold of me and lets go temporarily. Then it comes back. And it was started by then. It started then. Then, of course, after that, you know, I ended up getting pregnant again in one of my sister's parties. Got pregnant again, which was scarier than a motherfucker, because I'm like, oh fuck, because I wanted to get in vitro, because in vitro they get to check to make sure that the babies are fine, that they don't have the gene, you know, and those are the ones that they go in. But because I'm very fertile, the doctor said no. And because I've had pulmonary edema twice, I had pulmonary edema when I was pregnant with my first daughter, and pulmonary edema when I was in a coma, the doctor said no, because I would definitely have pulmonary edema again. And he said, you should not do the in vitro. So they turned me down. So honestly, I was like, okay, well, maybe it's not meant for me to have another kid, you know. And I had my daughter, and then my nephew had croup, which was like, I didn't know what the hell that was, but he was really bad. I was like, oh crap. You know, that was scary. So I was like, oh, maybe, you know, that was like to me, it was like, oh, okay, well, you know what, maybe we you know, obviously we did the right thing, you know, whatever. And it was the beginning of the end for me. I can't speak for my ex-husband, because it turns out men really don't get fazed by certain things. But for me, it was the beginning of the end, because I was the one that was carrying this child. I was the one that was talking to him every day. I was the one that was, you know, thinking about him every day. I was the one that already had his name. I was the one that, you know, I loved my baby while my baby was in my stomach already. Then, when I got pregnant again, it was a whole different thing. This is going to be followed on the next video, because I don't want to make these videos too long, because then once they're too long, then you guys are not going to see. But I'll see you soon on the next video. But, to me, today and every day, especially now that my house is so lonely and my daughter has betrayed me the way she did, it makes me feel like there was the purpose. What is the purpose? All this fighting for my life, all, you know, everything. What's the purpose behind it? Then I'm going to tell you about what I went through over the holidays. But again, that'll be another story. So stay tuned for the next edition of Chronicles of Vanity. Bye-bye.